Hey Virgo, welcome to your full spread reading. I know you've been waiting for it, so I'm going to address that right now. By the way, welcome. This is a full spread reading for Virgo, Sun, and Rising. It may not resonate with everyone. Just take what speaks to you, leave the rest, not date or time specific. I trust that whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it's likely your message, and also welcome cross-watchers. But now I want to get down to business here. I did your morning musing on Sunday morning. And in that morning musing, I took the time and went to the trouble to let you all know that there could be a delay in this reading being uploaded because of, what was it? Power outages due to impending storms. I was getting all those little beep, beep, beep alerts on my cell phone first thing in the morning, and I let you know. I didn't know when it was predicted to hit, but I said, if you don't see the reading, I'll get the reading up the next day. So either you didn't watch all the way through, or you didn't hear that, or for whatever reason, many of you have been in the comments on that morning musing, as well as in the Libra reading I did this morning. Where's the Virgo reading? So I want you to know that I know it comes from love. I take that with all the intention that you put behind it. Please understand, it wasn't just one of you. It wasn't two of you. It was like 6, 7, 8 of you coming in the comments with where's the reading. And when newcomers come, what do you think they think? They don't think, oh, she must be good. Everybody's, waiting on the edge of their seats. No, they think she's unreliable. She's not consistent. She can't be counted on. And with them having thousands of readers to choose from, do you think they're going to choose me? Do you think they're going to click subscribe? Mm-mm. So I ask you, please, 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 please understand. I get it, but I did tell you that it would be delayed, or that I thought it would be delayed. And please, please understand, I removed all those comments. I can't let that sit there on my channel. It hurts my reputation and what I'm trying to accomplish here. So while I love you for it, I also have to ask you to kind of resist the temptation to ask me where readings are. You can always be guaranteed that if I don't show up, I'm either in an accident again, like I was 2 weeks ago. I'm very, very sick, which I would even kind of come in and do a little, I'd make an announcement somehow, or there's a power outage. I live in Florida, guys. It happens. And I was without power from 2:30 yesterday afternoon till 6:45 on Super Bowl Sunday. Don't think I wasn't listening to all my crazy neighbors outside and dropping their F-bombs every 20 seconds because it was Super Bowl Sunday. I didn't even care about that. I was like, I can't read. So that's what happened. All right. Now to the reading. This is Spirit Animal Oracle. I'm going to pull one card for Divine Masculine, one card for Divine Feminine. Feel free to reverse the energies. I'm going to talk about Divine Masculine energy on this side, Feminine energy on this side, but for you, it could come out reversed, especially if you're a cross-watcher. Okay, so Divine Masculine, card 68, Wombat Spirit, be at home. Be at home. Be comfortable in your skin, dear Masculine. Okay, be at home. Den-dwelling animal, kind of get cozy. Feminine gets card 60, Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. Time for a deep dive. Interesting that 8 and 6 is 14, right? 1 and 4 is 5. So we have a 5 card and a 6 card. Interesting numerology. 5s are about change, things being out of sorts and uncomfortable. That's why the masculine's being told to kind of be at home, like find your comfort zone. And the feminine, 6. We got the balance now. Take the deep dive. Deep dive to me is always the Hermit. That's one of the deep dive cards. The other is a 2 of Swords. But that's a little bit more in your head. Okay, so now I'm going to pull one numerology card for the Virgos watching. Let's see what numerology. I was using these in the morning musings a couple weeks ago and everybody liked them, so I'm using them for the full spreads. Creativity, card number 3. Creativity. Let's see what that says for you. It's Wands energy. So let's keep that in mind. The Wands energy of is creativity. This card indicates a need to reconnect with your creative side to improve your quality of life and align yourself with Source. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to step out of your practical, logical mind. Oh my God, is this not perfect for us, Virgo? Whoo! And the seriousness of life in order to partake in lighthearted endeavors that are stimulating and fun. Playful creative expression is important because it raises your vibration, which brings you closer to your dreams. This is a time to immerse yourself in any creative endeavor that lifts your spirits and makes you feel good. It might take the form of playing an instrument, painting, writing, cooking, jewelry making, decorating, sewing, photography, landscaping, dancing, or designing. It doesn't matter what it is as long as it brings you joy. Through playful creative expression, you can heal disharmony in your body and disharmony in your life. In order to improve your current situation, Virgo, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are encouraging you to express yourself creatively. It's now the time to use your imagination and see the world through the eyes of a child. For in rediscovering the creativity of your youth, you will rediscover the magic in your life. Great advice. And it's so funny because whenever I get donations to the channel, I kind of save them up. And then I purchase new decks or new things for the channel. And I was getting new decks. I ordered them this morning. And I saw, you know how there are those coloring books for adults, like with mandalas and all that kind of stuff. There was one with the original tarot cards, right? With like the original Smith Waite Rider Waite deck. And I want that coloring book. So maybe now I should go back and get it. Get myself a little tarot card coloring book. That sounds fun, you know? Get back in touch. By the way, FYI, in my first incarnation, I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Interior Design. So I do have a creative side, and I consider this kind of creative, but maybe I need to delve into something more artsy craftsy. I hope you'll join me. Okay, Virgo, let's go. All right, so the Divine Masculine stepping into the reading in the energy or around the energy of the Queen of Wands. That is Aries, Leo, Sag, but it can also be a karmic partner. So I'm going to look at that. And then the Seven of Cups for the feminine. Very confused. There's confusion, emotional overwhelm here. Lots of things need to be processed, sorted through. For some of you, could be too many options to consider. So we'll look at that. Yeah, that Queen of Wands, how did I know it was going to come through eventually? Four of Cups in the past. Ace of Wands, Five of Wands in the future. There's some chaos and conflict. Five of Pentacles for the feminine in the past. Sort of feeling left out in the cold, rejected, right? Because Four Cups with the Five of Pentacles, totally rejected. Left out in the cold, friend-zoned. Some of you might feel friend-zoned. Clearing the air right now. And there's the beautiful energy of the Hanged Man in the future. I was going to tell y'all, gosh, when you're wondering where I am, be in the Hanged Man energy. Delay your instant gratification. Okay, Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands can be fire energy. So if you're dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, it comes through in the Queen of Wands. Very powerful, sensual energy. This is someone who's very alluring and knows how to use their feminine wiles, even if they're a man. Got it? So, I mean, the energy of the Queen of Wands is somebody who knows her power, her gifts, and the little magical, mystical energy she possesses with that black cat sitting at her feet. So I'm not sure if this masculine is, feeling this new divinely inspired gift of passion around the Queen of Wands, or or how the Queen of Wands plays into it, but I can see in the past there was a lack of interest, so the Queen of Wands can be this feminine is what I'm getting at, or it could be a totally different person. Four of Cups in the past, like a missed opportunity or just not emotionally engaged, and in the future there's a conflict. And the Five of Wands to me usually relates to disharmony and a lack of unity, because there's an outside source of interference kind of stirring things up. So we'll look at that. And the feminine, as I said, feeling left out in the cold in the past or devalued in some way. Present experience of the connection is this Knight of Swords, which is an effort to kind of clear the air with honor and integrity and honesty and truth. And then the Hanged Man, the Pisces energy of the Hanged Man, which is about, let me get the big picture before I finalize my selection here. Queen of Wands, please. Page of Pentacles. Something needs to slow down here. Wow. And the Queen of Cups. So we had the King of Cups in your morning musing the other day. This is the Queen. Whoo! Moving towards someone that is the keeper of this masculine's heart. So I feel they're dealing with a Queen of Wands, but I feel that the Queen of Cups may be this feminine, the keeper of their heart, someone who's more sensitive, compassionate, more emotionally available. Also the empath, the Queen of Cups is the empath. Very sensitive and highly intuitive. But I do feel this masculine is moving slowly, trying to come up with a plan, being more deliberate, methodical, and intentional with how they move toward that Queen of Cups. And oh my God, on the bottom, you can't make it up. Knight of Cups. So underneath, right, if you're new to the channel, what's underneath is kind of rolling around in your psyche, or in their psyche, I should say, if you're here as the feminine. Bubbling up under the surface is a masculine who wants to move toward love. This is a very romantic energy. Very sweet and endearing, with their full emotions available for the whole world to see, right? No hiding, no holding back. So moving toward Knight of Pentacles, moving toward this feminine. I think this is the feminine Queen of Cups, with romance and emotion and nothing to hide. But we've got that Queen of Wands in the way. Four of Cups in the past. Yep. The rejection caused some heartache here. So what I'm not clear on is if the masculine felt rejected, or if the masculine was disengaged on an emotional level. Sometimes it's hard to tell who's delivering that rejection and who's on the receiving end. But because I have the feminine here with the Five of Pentacles, and I'm reading for this connection, it gives me a clue that it's the masculine that just kind of pulled back on an energetic level emotionally and missed an opportunity. And there's that brokenheartedness. So, or at least a heavy heart. They pulled back and they missed this opportunity, and it caused a heavy heart. Yes, Tower, everything came down. Aries energy in the Tower. Boy, that makes sense to me. So on a personal level, I can relate to this in the past. Yes, it was that kind of talk to the hand, or I don't have, I can't give any more than I can give in the past, which can not only hurt the feminine, but be a heavy-hearted expression coming from the masculine, and it just brings the whole Tower. The Tower just comes down. So I think everything kind of fell apart. This is in the past. For you, it could be yesterday or last week. For others of you, it could be a decade ago or more. You need to know your own storyline. Ace of Wands right now is reigniting, right? The inspired, divinely inspired gift of passion, reigniting that torch of passion. If you're trying to come back together, could be new passion, but it doesn't seem so. What's that Ace of Wands about, please? Oh, wanting to ignite that, right? So receiving this gift and wanting wanting to take action on it. Remember, this is fire energy. It is creativity. But they know they kind of have to wait for things to evolve organically. So that's Seven of Pentacles. They're in that energy of patiently waiting for their opportunity, creating the plan. Knight of Pentacles, to offer the message of love or apology, right? So look at all the cups. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. But what's really leading the show is that Knight of Pentacles. I've got to be methodical and deliberate and responsible and practical, and right? All those things that, earth. Think of the Knight of Pentacles, earth energy of this has to work in 3D. It can't just be all up in my head. So very interesting. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles on the bottom. I'm going to take it. That's an energy around life partnership, but it's also about abundance and groundedness and feeling that success, like all the hard effort and the patience pays off in the end. So that's kind of rolling around underneath. Ooh, Five of Wands in the future, though. There's this conflict, and masculine is going to have to choose a path. You saw it jumped out. And I think they're going to have to choose between Queen of Wands or Queen of Cups. Got it? So find yourself. If you're here as a feminine, you're either the Queen of Wands or you're the Queen of Cups. Masculine has to choose. Wow, some pushback here I'm feeling. And then, wanting to kind of offload all the toxic, heavy, negative energy, the karma. And there's some Virgo and Gemini energy in the Magician. So what I'm seeing here is in the mix in the future of all this disharmony that's coming at them, which I think is coming from another person, right? They have to choose the path. They know that. I see the world right in front of me. What do I want? What am I going to go for? And I don't see the Seven of Wands as resistance in this case. I see it as almost like a defensive, like, no, I know what I want. I'm choosing my path. The Seven of Wands is responding to, I think, to the Five. Like, I know what I want, but why can't I move forward? Why am I feeling so stuck? And underneath, manifesting the end of that burdensome chapter. That 10. Like, 9s are your completing lessons. 10 is it's done. And it resets to an ace. We have the ace right here. So this is some energy, residual energy underneath of this masculine saying, yeah, I don't want to have to deal with this conflict anymore. That's what the Seven of Wands is about. And manifesting an end to that, something they can offload, release, be done with. Got it? Seven of Cups for the feminine. We have the Seven of Cups with the Nine of Swords. Now, I'm just going to, little postscript here. May not speak to all of you, so if it doesn't speak to you, don't worry about it. If you're here as a feminine, these cards coming out together are a sign of like borderline clinical levels of depression and anxiety. So when I see these two cards together, I know that this is something that's kind of, it's running on a loop in your mind, and you're vacillating between the energy of trying to kind of overcome the sadness, the heaviness, all the confusion, the emotional overwhelm of possibly some depression along with some anxiety. So I'm going to say, if you're feeling that and you're nodding your head going, yep, that's me, then you need to be gentle with yourself and know and watch yourself more closely to determine if it's something that's getting out of hand. You might even want to kind of bring in a close friend, a close trusted friend or family member to say, hey, if you think I'm kind of going a little bit overboard, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm feeling it. And several of you have been in the comments and have been acknowledging some really very heavy, hard to process emotional feelings. So I just want to, otherwise, in the absence of feeling depressed or anxious, I just feel like you're super confused and it's something that you can't stop thinking about. Right? The conflict. There's your Leo energy underneath. Because it's stopping, it's getting in the way, it's blocking, it's getting in the way, it's interfering in your happiness with your divine counterpart. That sun is Leo energy, just FYI, of course. Five of Pentacles in the past. This is feeling shut out, left out in the cold, abandoned, devalued, forsaken. By who? By the divine masculine. Wow. Because you thought you had a commitment coming in, you thought you had a new offer, you thought you had some level of stability, some taking this connection to the next level, some measure of commitment, and what you got was a door shut in your face. Underneath, yes, Four of Swords, the healing. It's underneath because this is past facing. I'm sure you're well aware of the healing that you've needed to do since this all occurred. But I'm feeling like the healing is continuing. Seven of Cups, Nine of Swords, depression, anxiety, kind of over this interference. It's blocking your happiness. Whatever that Five of Wands is about is blocking your happiness. And, wow. I can relate. But Knight of Swords right now in the present experience. What's the Knight of Swords here for, please? Well, this was in your morning musing, that crossroads energy, that being called back up, given a second chance. It is a past life soulmate card, crossroads. Are you going to answer the call of the connection or not? So it can be an energy, a second chance and forgiveness. But I feel as if there's some truth or information that needs to come in that would help clear the air and make that second chance possible. I'm not feeling that the air has been cleared yet. I'm feeling as that's where the feminine is at right now. Terrible grammar. Call the grammar police. Right? Where you're at, feminine, is, yeah, I'm going to need this air to be cleared. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Swords, like yesterday, to determine whether or not I continue to engage in this connection or offer any measure of forgiveness. Yes, and I got confirmation from Spirit. They gave me the Knight of Swords again. So usually that's a little hint and a nod from Spirit saying, yep, you nailed it. So I'm not going to bother with that anymore. Here you go, Virgo. That's what's underneath is your own energy, Hermit energy. There's your deep dive. Where is it? There's your deep dive right there. Okay, so in the future, Hanged Man, that beautiful, waiting for that enlightenment, sort of after the deep dive, we emerge, right? This is the submersion. This is the going deep. And even though it's underneath, I think to some degree, if you don't get this, clarity, this truth, this clearing the air energy pretty quick, fast, and in a hurry, that's why the Hermit's right underneath. We're ready. We're right here. We're ready to drop back down between below the water level. And then we can, that's submerge. We can emerge, pop back up in this Hanged Man for the 30,000 foot view, delaying our instant gratification, taking a look at everything with like maybe fresh eyes. There's something new to be learned here in the energy of the Hanged Man, but it's almost as if in the Hanged Man energy, we're waiting for the enlightenment. We're waiting for the downloads. Five of Swords was in your morning musing too. So wanting to look at what was this Five of Swords about. I think in the morning musing, although it was a day and a half ago, I think I remembered saying, yeah, it was someone who had to kind of move that has to be right at all cost, has to win at all cost. And And maybe this hangman energy is more about wanting to be very clear and look at it from all perspectives, what this energy was about. Five of Swords. It could also be that you're being told in the future, don't act in haste. Take the time, right? This card does represent a delay, and maybe the reason why you're going to pull back and be in this delayed energy is because that Five of Swords is something that's still kind of present. I always see the Five of Swords as some form of sabotage. It's either someone else interfering, which I've seen with the five. Remember, this numerology comes out to 5. We got the 5 of Wands. Feminine's aware. Yes, 5 of Wands. Now we've got this 5 of Swords, and it was in your morning musing, and I'm feeling there's somebody in the picture that's sabotaging, interfering, causing disruptions, and maybe in the future you need to take a moment to see what that's all about with your twin. Got it? Okay. All right, Virgo, if this is speaking to you, you know that I take this to the extended. The link is below in the description box below, first or second sentence. Click the link, it'll take you right there, and I'll be there in a minute. And here's what I'm going to do. Similar to the morning musing, I'm going to do that 3-card pull again. The issue, the situation, or the energy that needs your immediate attention, or what you can focus on. The block, the challenge around that issue, or the dynamic between the two of you around that first card, and then what you can do about it or expect to come of it. But it's based on this part of the reading. And then I'll take a message from the divine masculine to the divine feminine, a message from the feminine to the masculine. What are you saying to each other, telepathically at 5D, energetically in your dreams, right? See where I'm going here? And then 1 card for you, Virgo, from your higher self, spirit of the universe. What does your spiritual team have to offer in the way of advice? And then the outcome position is what might you be able to expect going forward, and if timing's a factor, it would show up there. Whew, we got through it. Okay, Virgo, I look forward to seeing you in the extended in a second, and if not, I'll see you in a future reading. Take care. Bye.